Good evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is for you. Um, as you can hear the noises, it's starting up right now. It's time for more CSI Deadly Intent. So let's skip over there right now. Just saw the Telltale logo. Blech. Now I did check. I do have this installed on the hard drive and not the USB drive. So the little stuttering and stuff that happens is stuttering stuff that happens, which is annoying, but eh. Okay, I won't skip that one. Okay.
Do we have an ID on the victim?
Seriously, you don't recognize her? Clorinda Jackson? Host of Rumors. It was on for years.
Rumors.
Rumors is one of those shows where married couples go on and make money by airing their dirty laundry.
Oh.
Anyway, she's been working the showroom of the Silver Skies Casino, hosting a stage version of Rumors.
I
Man.
don't see any security
I wonder
cameras.
how many enemies
Well,
she has.
turns out Twilight Palms believes surveillance cameras compromise its commitment to celebrity rehab. It's an outpatient facility with a wide-open door policy.
The fact that there's nothing around for miles probably makes it easy enough to monitor the patient's comings and goings.
Well, we're checking with the other patients, seeing if anyone saw or heard anything. One name keeps popping up. Steve Tampson, another patient here. By all accounts, he and Clorinda were close. I also called her husband. He's on his way, but he lives more than an hour away. I'll let you know when he gets here.
It's a shame. I'm sure this woman hit a bottom. She came here hoping to change her life.
And ran into something else she was powerless against.
That was deep. Oh, we've got like profile of Dr.
Hey,
Langston.
good to see you. You haven't missed anything. I can start on the scene if you'd like to take the witness.
Um, well, we only got one option here. Hey, isn't that Clorinda Jackson? I used to watch Rumors all the time. That's a lie. I don't know. It's a fictional show. I never watched it.
Yes,
Right?
apparently that was a very popular television program. Brass told me she's now hosting a live version in the showroom at the Silver Skies. From what I've seen so far, particularly the fact that the victim is wearing her bathing suit, it just doesn't feel as though we're looking at a suicide. Could very well be an accident, but I'm getting ahead of the evidence again, aren't I?
It's a murder. We should get to
Let's
work,
start processing.
right?
So much for a therapeutic soak.
There's a ring in there, huh?
That ring has a tribal pattern. They're popular for tattoos.
I'm I'm sure they are. I don't know, but let's go. Can I? I guess I can't do anything because they drowned. Maybe. Of course, we don't know. We're gonna have to wait for the one guy to do an autopsy. Anything else here? What's this?
It's a broken Deranger bottle. Deranger. A colleague of mine used to live on this stuff. It's citrus soda with a French flair, he said. I never tried it, but he swore by it.
If you say so. I don't. I don't know.
No ashes or soot. It doesn't look like this has ever been used.
Gosh, that looks like it'd be fun to use. Maybe you can make pizzas in it. Oh, that's okay.
This is interesting. I haven't seen any plants around here with foliage like this. It looks familiar.
I have no clue what it is, but I'm not Dr. Langston, so. There's the thing over here. I wonder if that's part of the.
This is a déranger cap.
Yep. Okay. It's a bench. I don't see anything sticking out. It's dark for me, but I don't see any things, right? What we got next? 'Cause, yeah, we've got everything from there. We got Steve Tampson. What does he do? I skipped that. There's no point in having that. We're in the rehab place here, and after all, it's just like we're walking across to another part of it. So why would we need to see the city of Las Vegas, except for filler, which isn't even hiding a loading screen?
Yes, I am. What is this in regards to?
Your friend.
I understand. I heard there was an accident in the spa.
We're still investigating the circumstances of Ms. Jackson's death. We'll find out if it was an accident soon enough.
Now I haven't watched episodes that have Lawrence Fishburne as Dr. Langston, so I don't know what kind of characters. I've only watched I think like 3 seasons, so it's cool that Catherine is the head of the night shift. That's pretty neat. I don't know if Dr. Langston came in to fill in Catherine's spot, and we haven't seen that other lady yet. And there was another new person too. So I don't know. Eventually, Ted Danson came on.
Clorinda? Well, we've been going through this rehab thing
I
together,
think
you
the
know?
next game has him.
We were friends. Man, sorry for the shakes. It's just hard thinking she's dead. No way. I mean, she wasn't thrilled with her marriage, but she was here to turn things around. She was on her way up, not down.
Okay.
Hey, that's tight. No, I've never seen it before. Sorry.
I can't help but notice that like the way his face is put together, there's a seam in the middle of his face here. That's weird. It makes him look weird.
Yeah, okay, I will.
Hey, the victim's husband just showed up. I'm done taking a statement, but I'm sure you'll have some questions of your own.
Okay. I assume he's here.
We should arrange for Ms. Jackson's body to be taken to the morgue. I'll call Dr. Robbins.
Nope, we don't want that. That's just filler. Hi, guy. Man, look at this hair.
Excuse me, sir. We're from the Las Vegas Crime Lab. May we have your name?
Ernest Goldwasser. Clorinda is my wife. Oh, God. I was at home when I think it was Detective Brass who called me. He said she was gone. I got here as quickly as I could.
Well, let's go down the question line on this. How long has your wife been
Yeah,
here?
she checked in about 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay.
You know, people can't appreciate how hard the life of an entertainer really is. You know, it's that pressure to stay on top or to hold on through the ups and downs. Sometimes you can't help but self-medicate with booze and pills. I mean, it's just so vicious. You try being as good as your last failure for a while. We'll see how strong you manage to be. I was so proud of her. She finally realized her life had become unmanageable, and yet she made the choice to give in and ask for help.
Which is good. I'm not mocking that. I'm just like, it's hard to be an entertainer. Well, you know, at least they're not like, I manage a household and me, or something like that, you know. You're right.
Look, I understand the need to ask this kind of question, but the answer is no. She was not on any kind of medication. She was not on any kind of antidepressant. And to answer your next logical question, she would never have taken her own life. She was obviously going through a challenging period, but she saw the light at the end of the tunnel. We were both committed to her recovery. We were both committed to our marriage.
You know, he's not looking at us. Look at that. He's like looking down a little bit, right? He's not directly looking at us. Now, I know he's probably grieving and everything, but this is LA Noire. We could say, like, X'd out or something, right? Your wife hosted that
She hosted
game.
the Rumors stage show, yes.
Did that cause any problems?
No, there was no problem at all. Arrangements were made. A temporary host was found. Everyone, producers, casino management, they were all extremely understanding of this delicate situation. And very discreet.
Wow.
I can't say that I have, no.
Okay, so that's two people who are like, I don't know this ring. One guy was like, that's a cool looking ring, but it's not mine.
We're very sorry for your loss, Mr. Goldwasser. We'll be in touch.
You're gonna need to perform an autopsy, am I right? Jeez. Could someone please call me when you're through? I'll need to make arrangements for her funeral. Thank you.
Okay. I mean, I understand that you'd have to do that, but that's just kind of weird. Right? Like, let me know when you're done. Let's go talk to Robbins. Yo,
May flights of angels sing thee to thy rest, Clorinda Jackson. And there's one more for the scrapbook.
I'm sorry, you have a scrapbook of all your autopsies?
No, just the celebrity ones.
You have a celebrity scrapbook of autopsies?
The warm spa water may have complicated lividity, but between that and vitreous potassium levels, I'd estimate her time of death to be somewhere between 10 and 11 p.m.
Okay, what's the official verdict of how she died?
Did you find water in her lungs?
Yeah, the chlorinated spa water saturated her lungs, suggesting her cause of death to be asphyxiation due to drowning. However, I also found post-mortem bruising along her shoulders. Take a look. I'd say they appear to be handprints. My professional opinion, someone held Ms. Jackson under the water until she drowned.
Yet,
of course. Would I leave you with nothing fun to do? Please, enjoy.
There we go. That's good. That would be helpful, I think. Have you got any, the toxicology thing? Like, did she have anything in her system?
Haven't had a chance yet to send the samples over, but I did run a prelim tox. Victim's blood alcohol level was 0.08, and there are traces of flunitrazepam metabolite.
Flunitrazepam has been illegal in the U.S. for years. Its association with date rape is by no means accidental. I would be surprised if Miss Jackson knew it was there.
You got anything else?
There is, actually. I recovered some semen from Ms. Jackson's vaginal vault. The sex appears to have been consensual. I collected a sample for you.
Okay. That might be helpful. I don't know.
Take a look at the left handprint. The deeper bruising around what would be the base of the ring finger. Our killer may have been wearing a wedding ring. I want to get a shot of that.
Okay. We got anything in the tray this time? Nothing. Okay, well, Okay. I didn't even brush in the right spot.
Very
I hope that
good.
doesn't mess up my skill.
I'm actually a little surprised this print survived the humidity near the hot tub.
That's kind of weird. What else we got? Oh, hey, there's stuff in there. Let's take that for chemical testing, right?
Smells like alcohol.
Hmm. Were you guys hiding your stuff in Yeah, I know, game, thanks. Okay. That is like... Oh, that is... And that one? Definitely not that one. Look, it's off just by a little bit.
Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, sodium benzoate, food starch, caffeine, glycerol ester, ascorbic acid, yellow 6, red 40, ethanol, and flunitrazepam,
Ethanol?
orange soda, vodka, and a roofie.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I'm not testing the DNA yet. Nope, not doing that. Not yet. Whoops. I didn't realize it was like... Okay, so if we look at this, that does not fit there. That definitely doesn't fit there or there, so... They don't match. Okay. Let's go over to the DNA and check what we got. Well, we know that this DNA is not going to be her DNA. I'm not going to go into the why, but, you know, that's something your parents should explain. That one matches, but that doesn't. I'm eyeballing this. It doesn't look like this match. Okay, next one. Well, that matches there. No, but that doesn't match. Cause... Oh no, that one would match too. Here, let's check. And that's where we get to stop. Because the next is blue, green, blue. We don't have a blue, green, blue. Okay. None of them start with the red, blue, red. So we can can that one. Okay, we'll take this one first. And I guess these are supposed to represent adenine, thymine, guanine. I don't know the names. It's been a really long time. No. Green, 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 yellow. But I guess these are supposed to represent the 4 different things. Because there's 4 things. Look at that. Oh.
How are we looking on our celebrity murder? I'd love to have something to tell Under Sheriff Eckley.
There has been a bit of a development. Miss Jackson had sex with someone other than her husband the night of the murder.
Sorry, Miss
Tox
Jackson.
screens showed signs of flunitrazepam in her system, so it may not have been consensual.
With whom? Do we know?
Another patient at the rehab clinic, a Mr. Stephen Tampson.
CODIS hit?
He gave his DNA voluntarily. His cousin was reported missing 3 years ago, and Stephen was next of kin. It turned out to be a false alarm, but the information is still in the system.
No good deed goes unpunished, I guess. See if Brass can bring him in on suspicion of rape.
All right. There's also some physical evidence, a ring, but we're still looking at where that fits.
Finding the person it fits might be a good start.
Yeah, that would be true.
I'll be ready to go in just a moment. You might want to take a look at this before we leave. I've identified the leaf fragment from the crime scene. It's actually an entire young plant, Kalanchoe degramontiana, also known as Devil's Backbone, or my personal favorite, Mother of Thousands. It's a species native to Madagascar, fairly prolific. They're able to reproduce asexually by forming young plants like the one we found along the edges of their leaves.
Okay. Hey, Brass.
Hey,
Hey, let's bring this guy
Show
under
me what you've
suspicion
got.
of bad stuff done. But I thought the doctor said that it was
Even if she hadn't
You know,
been murdered,
consensus,
date
right?
rape is still rape.
yeah. Dude, even if you did it, that's bad. Yeah, we know you did
Not
this.
only did you have intercourse with the victim, but she had roofies in her system when she was murdered.
Wait, murder? Roofies? What the hell? I don't know anything about that.
But you're not denying the other
Not
part?
when you ask like that. Look, yeah, we had sex pretty much every day this week, but she was a married woman. It's not the kind of thing you just blurt out.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep detailed records every time I get laid. How the hell would... Wait, yeah, maybe. We both got STD tests on the same day. I can give you my medical record number or whatever. You guys can look stuff like that up, right? I don't know what Clorinda's was.
Dr. Robbins, our coroner, can provide Clorinda's medical records to us. Write your number down and we'll look it up on the medical database.
No problem.
This guy knows his medical number. I don't even know my, like, group policy number and stuff.
I wish.
Would you try it on for us? On your left ring finger, please.
Like a wedding ring, huh? Sure, I'll try it on. It's a little big for me. I've always had skinny fingers. Look, it's a nice ring, but it ain't mine.
Okay. Thanks, man. Well, back to the lab we go. We're gonna check out your medical record, bud. Yeah, whatever. I like how it just instantly
Stephen did
pops
get
up what
tested
we
for
want.
sexually transmitted diseases, just as he said. That's quite a laundry list of tests. He wasn't taking any chances.
Dude met a celebrity. He's like, yeah, I'm not taking chances. Get tested. Okay. I wanted to do this. It's something that we have to do, but... Oh,
I can see tiny imperfections along the edges of all the decoration on this ring. Perhaps it was handmade.
I can't see diddly squat. I mean, look at it. Okay. I forgot. How do we... There we go.
I can see tiny imperfections along the edges of all the
Yeah,
decoration
no.
on this ring. Perhaps it was handmade.
Okay. I knew we were gonna have to do this, right? It's the same ring. Oh my gosh.
When the murder was committed, Clorinda's killer was wearing the ring we
But
found.
we already kind of knew that, right? Okay, let's go ask for those medical records from the doctor. Doctor, doctor, give me the news. Tell me if she went and got tested too. That is a lot of text to say, hey, did she get tested?
She was tested for a wide range of STDs last week. She went the whole 9 yards. HIV, gonorrhea, chlamydia, HPV, even syphilis. The results were all negative.
It appears Stephen was telling the truth. I find it unlikely that they would both have such comprehensive screening done at the same place and time, coincidentally.
No, it's not a coincidence. It's like he's... I wonder who initiated that, if she did or he did. He's like, yeah, we should do that. Okay, we know it's not his ring, because it doesn't fit him. But his story
You're
checks
free to
out,
go,
bro.
but we'd like to ask you some more questions.
Hey, sure. Somebody murdered my girlfriend. I want to help.
Did she mention anything going
I
on?
don't remember her saying anything, but she used the spa quite a bit.
I hate that the ring thing is still there. We already covered it. We're good on the ring.
No, I was in my room, chilling out. Clorinda and I had just, I was resting.
This is gonna be a good. This is a loaded question right here. She had this show called Rumors, not spelled like a rumor, and you aired out dirty laundry. So yeah, I'm pretty sure she had a lot of enemies.
Like
Let's see.
somebody that would kill her? No, she never mentioned anything like that. She
No?
did gripe about this guy from work, though. Jack Shell, I think his name was. I don't know all the details, but I guess he and Clorinda had this rivalry going. And her marriage was
Interesting.
pretty messed up, obviously.
Yeah, you didn't help their marriage though. What you're doing?
Probably. She left him a message last night. Oh, God, you don't think... That crazy bastard.
Mr. Tamsin, I understand your feelings, but take it from me, it does not pay to get ahead of the evidence. We'll find Clorinda's killer. Rest assured. Can you think of anything that might help us find Clorinda's killer?
I don't know what else to say. I don't think I really had a chance to know everything about her life yet.
I believe you're free to go.
Hey, thanks. If you need me, I'll be back at the rehab center. If I ever needed to be surrounded by shrinks, it's now.
Well, okay. Hey, we got a new location. Jack Shell's dressing room. Now, what's interesting is that we don't have a check mark on.
Hey, I got Ernie
One guy's
Goldwasser
thing.
down here. He wants to know the results of his wife's autopsy. I can stall him for a while, but if you want to be the one who tells him his wife was murdered, then you need to get over to my office right away.
Okay, so yeah, the Steve Tamsin guy. Why is this room a location? Makes you think. Activates those almonds.
We're from the Las Vegas Crime Lab. Are you Jack Shell?
Why, by my stars and bars, indeed I am. What can I do for you? I'm always willing and able to assist our men and women in law enforcement.
We're investigating the
Really?
death of Clorinda Jackson. We understand you both had shows at the Silver Skies Casino.
Hold on. Did you just say that Clorinda died? She's dead? Oh, my dear Lord, how on earth? What happened?
We're not quite sure yet.
But you folks wouldn't be here talking to me if you didn't think she'd been murdered. This is just the most awful thing I've ever heard in my whole life. Clorinda, she was a dear, dear sweet friend, and just a magnificent talent. We shall not see another like her again in this business, I'll tell you that. She will be profoundly missed.
I don't trust this guy. He's an actor, right? So, I mean. How is your
You
relation with her?
considered Miss Jackson a close personal friend, but might there have been a certain amount of professional rivalry?
No. Well, if anything, I'd call it sibling rivalry, pure and simple. We both grown up together in show business. Had our share of ups and downs, let me tell you what. And then, by
I'll tell you
chance, we
what.
found ourselves here in Sin City, both with shows at the Silver Skies. Her show'd come in right after mine in the, main showroom. You see, I play the lounge. But anyway, we still share some crew and some staff, and even some audience, I'd say. There was a certain amount of competitiveness, sure, but why would you ask a leading question like that? Did someone say something?
Mr. Shell,
Now, please, call me Jack. My friends all call me Jack. Now, did someone say I had it out for Clorinda or something? Because that most assuredly was not the case. And I definitely have to say that person is lying to you.
I reckon that person was lying to you. This guy's accent sounds so fake to me. But, you know, whatever. Where were you between 10 and 11?
Mr. Shell.
Jack.
Jack. I'm afraid we're going to need you to establish your alibi during the time Clorinda was murdered.
And to tell you the truth, I'm not really sure how I'd be able to verify this for you, but I'd be willing to swear on a stack of Bibles that I was at my home last night, by myself, fast asleep.
Do you often go to bed so early?
I tell you, I learned the very hardest way that you will not enjoy longevity in this business if you insist on burning your candle at both ends. So, I just tossed that sumbitch candle as far away from me as I could. I cannot tell you the number of lives that could be saved each year if they just heed my living example.
I'm sure that's true, Jack.
Look, be straight with me. You don't honestly believe that I had something to do with killing Clorinda, now do you?
I don't like this guy. And it's not just because of his green sweater, and the fact that he has another one hanging up in the corner there.
Did you ever see Clorinda have words with anyone? A disgruntled employee, perhaps? Maybe a problem with management?
No. Now, look, you can't have me speaking out of school now, can you? I mean, it don't feel right to talk about rumors and innuendos and such. But, well, I don't think it was really very much of a secret that she and Ernest, that's her husband, they weren't getting along too well.
That's two people.
And, you know, surprise, surprise, I mean, Clorinda's the fourth Mrs. Ernest Goldwasser, so I'm pretty sure Ernest's not too good at communicating with the wife.
Okay, here we go. Have you seen this ring?
I could not honestly tell you whether or not I have seen that or any other particular piece of jewelry before. It's just not the sort of thing I concern myself with when it comes to making a person's acquaintance.
Okay.
Mr. Jack, thank you for your cooperation. If we have any further questions, is this the best place to
y'all come back here?
That's right here. You need anything at all, I will get it for you. I'm 1,000% behind you. I wish you Godspeed.
Interesting. Now, the thing is, when we search your location and we get stuff, we get a little check mark. This doesn't have a check mark, and that doesn't. So, something amiss.
What do you need?
Where's
We got him
Ernie?
down in interrogation. He walked off with his wife's purse, so we're holding him for interfering with a crime scene.
That sounds like an honest mistake from a grieving husband to me.
Me too, honestly. But it is what it is. Let's go talk to him.
Is it? Oh, look at that hand there. He does not look too happy.
Look, you want to tell me why Captain Brass is accusing me of removing evidence from a crime scene when all I did was take my wife's personal belongings from Twilight Palms and bring them back home with me?
Mr. Goldwasser, your wife's been the victim of a homicide.
Homicide? Do you know who killed her?
Not yet.
No.
Steve?
Is that the man who killed my wife?
Mr. Goldwasser, I need
Man,
to ask
look
you to
at
calm
those
down.
eyebrows.
I know how difficult this must be for you, but we're doing the best we can to conduct a full and thorough investigation of your wife's death.
I have no idea who you're talking about. None whatsoever, but if he had something to do with her death, I swear to God. Look, please take my wife's personal items. You'll need them. They're evidence, right? Take whatever you need. Do whatever you have to do.
I don't know what to think about this guy.
I don't think so. No, I don't recognize that ring.
You hesitated a moment.
I thought for a moment that it looked familiar, but I don't know why. Maybe I've seen it before. I honestly don't know.
Would you mind trying the ring on your left ring finger?
I'd rather not remove my own wedding ring if at all possible.
Please. Mr. Goldwasser, it will only take a moment, and it will help our investigation.
All right. Give it here. Yeah, it's a bit small. Can't get it over my knuckle. Sorry. That's definitely not my ring.
Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. But you know, that one guy, we didn't get old Jack Shells to wear it. Steve said that it didn't fit his finger. However, if it didn't fit his finger, it could have been why it slipped off at the spa, you know? I don't know. We got a purse to go rummage through, so we might as well go to the lab first. Let's see, we don't have a check on there. We have this print on the broken bottle cap that doesn't match that. So let's keep on going. Anything else besides the phone? She's got a lot of change.
In the last few days before Ms. Jackson's death, Mr. Goldwasser called her cell phone several times. Well, no surprise there. His last call was made at 10 p.m. on the day of the murder, which is around the approximate time of death.
Anything else? Oh, we're done with that. Okay, let's look at the phone. Why, what is this?
This phone is conspicuously free of fingerprints. I wonder if that thread came from something used to wipe it down.
We left voicemails, right? Let's listen. See if he's threatening her. I picked the wrong thing. Yeah, I know. We got the phone here. Close this.
Cheating bitch! I'll kill you and the little coward you're screwing!
That call was made at 10 p.m. But the last call on the phone was to check voicemail at 10:15.
Interesting. That's the only one we have. Okay, let's go look at the thread. Man, it's been a long time since I've done the, just look at a thing on the microscope. Just to look at it.
Nothing interesting there. Nothing there. Nothing.
Huh.
Nothing interesting there.
It's just a thread, but what if we ultra zoom in here,
Nothing there. Nothing.
It looks terrible.
Nothing interesting there.
Okay. Well, you know what we'll do?
Nothing there.
I'm gonna look. Anything at all. Mites?
Nothing.
Something. Okay, so the only thing that's interesting is the fact that this was left there on the phone. And there are no fingerprints on the phone, right?
Nothing interesting there.
Okay. Well, let's go back to Goober. He's our only suspect right now. I mean, the other guy could be a suspect. So, you were...
Fair. How dare you say that to me?
We know it isn't an easy thing to discuss, Mr. Goldwasser, but please, tell us what you know.
Oh, God, this is all such a shock to me.
Bull.
I had no idea she was seeing anyone else.
Bull. Bull. I call bull on that.
Cheating bitch. I'll kill you and the little coward you're screwing. I see. Yeah, that sounded really bad, even to me. But you have to understand, she just left me a message telling me that she was sleeping with someone. I would never have actually done anything.
So when they found her dead in the hot tub a couple of hours later, that was just a big coincidence?
Yes, damn it!
Okay. Where were you?
I was at home. I got home from work at about 9:45 and I heard Clorinda's message. I had to calm down a little bit before I called her, so...
You left that message after calming down?
Yeah, I thought I had myself under control, but I heard her voice on the voicemail and I flipped out all over again. That was right at 10. I remembered because the whole time I was talking, the stupid bell from the church up the hill was ringing.
I think I do remember hearing a faint bell in the background when we were listening to the message through the audio processing suite. It might warrant another listen.
Okay, I guess. Let's go back and listen. I guess.
Now I know why that bell sounded so familiar. I remember that church. When I first came out here to teach my seminar, a colleague from the university was showing me around. He's a history professor. He told me that the church was built in the middle of nowhere, specifically to allow for ringing that bell at all hours. I can definitely confirm that it's more than an hour away from the Twilight Palms Rehabilitation Center. Ernie's alibi holds up.
Dude, good. He's not out of the clear yet, though, right? He could hire somebody.
Looks like you're off the hook for now, but we're hoping you might stay and answer a few more questions.
Like I told you before we got sidetracked, I will do anything I can to help you find whoever killed my wife.
This guy is super aggressive.
Drugs? What are you talking about?
Someone put flunitrazepam in her drink. A roofie.
Roofie? Somebody spiked her drink? I can think of one son of a bitch who might have wanted her dead. Jack Shell.
Jack Shell? The Stars and Bars guy? Doesn't he have a show at the Silver Skies, too?
He sure does, the no-talent bastard. Not only that, but we recently found out that the casino is going to cut one of its shows, either Jack's or Clorinda's.
Well,
I can send you a copy of the email from my phone.
Right now.
Oh, you can bet that Jack wanted to keep his job, so he made damn sure Clorinda wouldn't show up to work today.
Still, this guy is super aggressive. Oh, look, we're back here. Hey, buddy.
Hello, Jack. Do you have a moment to talk?
I surely do. What can I do you for?
Why are you darker now? What happened to the lighting in your room?
We have an internal email from the casino stating that either your show or Clorinda Jackson's would be canceled. Were you aware of it?
Sadly, I was all too aware of it. Yes, but it ain't called Show Friends now, is it? This is a business, and apparently, according to the accountants here, the entertainment wing of the operation wasn't flapping too strong. Of course, I disagreed with their evaluation. I see myself affecting people in ways that cannot be measured in cold, hard cash. But in the end, wasn't my call to make.
Jack, you ever pay Clorinda a visit after hours? Perhaps between 10 and 11 p.m. last night?
Now, it's my nature to offer myself completely to those who protect and serve our community, but I truly cannot accept the tone of your question. There is an insinuation in it that I simply will not tolerate. Now, if you please, my dressing room is my very special place. It's sacred to me. Now, I take to the stage momentarily, and I need to focus myself sharply, so if you please, we must continue this discussion at some further point. I wish you a very pleasant day.
I'm gonna do something yeah. I saw him put his hand up there. I'm like, oh, you know? Whoops.
You thinking what I'm thinking? The prints are in plain view. Don't need a warrant.
Yeah, they are. That's why I did it. Okay. Let's go back to him and talk. Mr. Angry. Why'd
I have
your
no
wife on the
idea.
phone?
I didn't touch anything in her purse.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. All we have is a twine, right? But see, I got a fingerprint from that guy. That's the wrong option. Oops, that was my bad. Evidence. This and that. Oh ho, look at that.
We have a match to Jack Shell. I think his great American routine is about to wear thin.
Warrant? Yeah, warrant.
Yeah?
Look at Braz, he looks so happy.
Do you have enough evidence?
Well, this broken bottle that had, roofies in it, apparently has the same fingerprint as that Jack Shell guy. So of course we have evidence.
We put that print at the crime scene together with the casino's internal memo, and I have a pretty good feeling we're going to get a judge's signature on that search warrant.
Oh, I can't skip this one, apparently.
Jack, we have a search warrant to examine your dressing room.
How dare you, sir? Have y'all lost your damn minds?
Jack, simmer down, okay? We have your fingerprint on a bottle of Deranger, which was left behind at the scene of Miss Jackson's murder.
There've got to be at least 20 bottles of that stuff in the break room fridge. I must have touched that one before Clarinda took it. That's all that is. It means nothing.
Nevertheless, we have a warrant, so please, let us
I
in.
don't trust him.
I have never
think
been
he did it.
so humiliated in all my life.
I think we should kick him out of his office, dude. I mean, his dressing room. We should be like, nope. What's this?
Seems Ms. Jackson didn't so much turn over a new leaf as have it raked.
What was that? Okay, this was to her. Your failure to appear for a contractually mandated sobriety test, as well record reports from. Oh, okay. So she got. Can I see it in the case file, maybe? No, I guess not. That sucks. My skill's at 83 because I've been clicking at places. That's funny. I don't really care as much.
Ah, the mother
Oh,
of
look at
thousands.
that.
If the young plant we found at the crime scene was spawned from this one, it would have been recently. We should be able to match them up at the lab. We need to be able to match the missing sprout to the empty spot from which it originated.
Okay. Looks like you're going for a Mr. Rogers look here.
I do not have anything to say
I didn't mean
you.
to click on you. I don't really care, bro. I think that's everything. I don't see anything else popping up here. Oh, wait.
Is that spinach or mold?
There's only one way to find out. We gotta take a sample. Might explain a lot. We're not through here. However, I couldn't find anything else. I got a memo and a plant. Well, let's go to the lab. Yippee.
I understand. I would want the same thing in your shoes. It's really day shift's case, but I'll see if I can get someone.
How about those two? They seem to have enough time to stand around and watch us talk. Maybe we can put them to work.
Actually, ma'am, we...
Lieutenant Briggs. At least until I get this case wrapped up. Then I can get on with my retirement.
I'll leave you to it. Good luck.
I may need it. Now here's the situation. Some maniac dropped a bowling ball out of a second-story window and killed the kid, tagging the building below. Day shift got a piece of skin from the thumb hole on the ball, but they weren't able to work up a sample from it. Now, I don't need DNA to tell me who did this, but the courts do. So I need you to isolate the sample for me.
Lieutenant, we'll certainly do our best.
Oh my gosh, that is terrible. Well, let's go solve that. We'll get extra points or something for this. Okay. Man, that's a lot. Green, blue, yellow, red. Green, blue. It's just that one. I don't see yellow, red that we could use. Yellow, green. So it's not. I don't think that one matches. Okay, this one. Blue, yellow, red. Blue, yellow, red. Yellow. Oh, it's not gonna be that one. Green, red. Let's see, green, red, yellow. Maybe? Green, red, yellow. Blue, blue, green. Maybe. Hold on. Oh. Maybe that one goes away. Use blue, blue. Yeah, there we go. Blue, blue, yellow. Yep. Okay. Red, blue, yellow, green. Boo boo green. Boo boo yellow, red. Ween, red, red. I hate how slow the thing goes. But I reckon we've figured out who did it. This guy. That's right.
Excellent job. Let's hope this brings Lieutenant Briggs one step closer to retirement.
I did it. Okay, let's go back over here.
And so we reunite the mother of thousands with one of her children. Which isn't good news for Mr. Shell.
No, it's not. I reckon I go to bed early. I don't wanna be awake for too long.
Hey. I'm gonna need to see some evidence before I go to a judge.
Yeah, he's got this plant. We found it at the place, and it's a unique plant.
Okay,
But you don't know
got the
unique
warrant.
plants, you know? Oh, he's pissed too.
Jack, we found traces of the plant from your dressing room at the crime scene. We know you were there.
That's quite an extraordinary claim, considering it isn't the least bit true. I don't even know where Clarinda lives.
Well, you didn't need to if you knew she was in rehab.
Oh, that poor dear. I wasn't aware she had a problem, no.
Oh really? What's this? Dork? In a green sweater?
You had a confidential memo that specifically mentions Clarinda's alcohol problem.
You lied to us, Jack. You gave Clarinda that bottle because you needed her out of the way.
Well, you just know it all, don't you? I suppose there's no point in continuing this ruse. Yes, I knew about Clarinda's proclivities, and yes, I did pay her a social call last night.
Is that what you
I just
roofied her?
wanted to give her enough rope to... Let me choose my words carefully here.
Rope?
I just wanted to provide
That's
her with the
another slang
opportunity
for,
to
yeah.
drink her way right out of rehabilitation, thus ensuring my continued employment. But you listen to me. I couldn't possibly kill a woman.
So, you draw the line at getting an alcoholic drunk and ruining her career.
Your point is well taken, sir. It was not what I would call my shining moment, but believe it or not, I do have the self-awareness to realize that if I lose my little second-rate show at that little second-rate casino, my career is over.
And then I'm
I would never
groceries.
even consider killing somebody, but there can come
Collecting
a point
cards
when your
at the
future is on the line
local
that you
grocery
stop
store.
worrying about what will keep you proud and focus on what's going to keep you fed.
Why didn't you wipe
I
Princess?
must admit, I would not be in the deplorable situation in which I currently find myself had I, as you say, taken the time to wipe that bottle down. But the truth is, I didn't have the time. Right as I was about to leave Clarinda to her hot tub and the booze fest that I could only guess was about to ensue, some fool walked in on us.
There was someone else there?
Yes, a champion dullard casually strolled in only to sneeze all over my lucky sweater. Well, I had to take it off as soon as I returned to my dressing room. Couldn't put it anywhere but back at the end of the rack because goodness knows when the dry cleaning...
Jack, stay focused. Did this gentleman sneeze on you before or after you slipped Clarinda the Mickey?
Slipped her a Mickey? What on earth are you... Oh, dear. I just realized something. There is something I haven't told you. Getting her drunk wasn't my idea. It was Ernest Goldwasser's.
What?
I'm having trouble understanding what Mr. Goldwasser would stand to gain from getting his wife fired.
I asked that sneaky son of a gun about the very same thing when he came to me with his plan. He explained it like this. Ernest was done with showbiz, and even more done with Clarinda in showbiz. He wanted her to settle down, start squeezing out some pups, which at her age would have been ambitious at best.
Bird.
But as far as she was concerned, she was gonna die up there on that stage. Whether it was singing or spinning a roulette wheel or asking folks how many times a night they make whoopee or whatever. So he came to me with a bottle of her favorite cocktail and that damn memo about Clarinda's contract. He said there was no way she would take a drink in front of him, but that she would never back down from anything she saw as a challenge from me. That last part I knew from experience to be true. But now, having been informed of this unfortunate business of her drink being spiked, I think it's altogether clear what happened. That no-good backstabber set me up.
Oh, look, we're automatically back to you.
Mr. Goldwasser, according to Jack Shell, you wanted to sabotage your wife's career and sobriety so that she would come home and make babies for you.
You have got some nerve, you condescending piece of trash! You have no idea how much I love my wife! You have no idea!
Hey, Ernie, we got a pretty good idea how you set up Jack Shell to take the fall, so you can just reel in the indignation, okay? Admit it. You killed your wife.
I set Jack Shell up? Try the other way around, pal. Why the hell do you think I told you about him in the first place? I gave him a simple job. Give my wife some booze so that she could finally come home and have a life with me. And now she's dead. I don't want to lawyer up, I really don't. But if you don't stop pointing the finger at me and start getting about the business of finding out how Jack killed my wife, I'll have no choice!
Mr. Goldwasser, it's not my place to advise you, but if you are truly both innocent and interested in finding your wife's killer, then we are your best hope.
Damn it. Just keep looking, okay? Please.
He didn't slam the table. I'm so unhappy about that. You know, I was hoping that he'd be like, dang it, thud. I picked the wrong thing. I have to talk to Brass.
I'll bring him right up to interrogation.
Okay, Jack. Tell me more about
Well,
the guy.
I didn't exactly take a picture, but I did get an eyeball full, I suppose. I'd say he was about my height, wiry build, Caucasian, brown hair, and that kind of I look like I just got out of bed, but I really spent an hour on this mop that all the kids are wearing these days.
Is that one guy?
And one more thing comes to mind. Not exactly the sort of physical attribute you'd write in somebody's permanent record, but he had a cold. That ignoramus didn't even have the decency to cover his nose when he sneezed. Blew snot all over my lucky sweater without even an excuse me.
An excuse me? Where'd you put
It's
it?
in my dressing room. It would be my pleasure to go get it for you.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
I didn't figure it would, but you never know unless you ask. Tell you what, it's hanging on the far left side of the rack if you'd
Did
prefer
the
to
voice
retrieve
actor
it
that was doing
yourself.
this, like, try to channel Hank Hill?
I didn't even know she had a phone to be wiped.
This your ring?
Heavens, no.
Would you mind trying it on?
I don't care much about jewelry, but if it will aid in your investigation, I will acquiesce.
Jeez.
I can't speak to its craftsmanship or tastefulness, but the ring fits, I assure you, coincidentally well. Nevertheless, it is most assuredly not my ring. Broken character? I'm at a loss to explain what you might mean by that.
I'm impressed as well. You really are a better actor than I was led to believe.
Sir, I'll have you know that I have been nothing but genuine during this entire process. There were moments, I'm sad to admit, wherein I was less than truthful, but my manner of presenting myself is anything but affectation.
Struck a nerve.
You, sir, are in the presence of a true Southern gentleman of the finest tradition. Do not speak to me of character, either of you, for I'll not have you impinge upon the historical and cultural sanctity of my upbringing.
Jack, we know you were born and raised in the Bronx.
That was good. I like that. That was gonna end to his indignation. Inside. Nope, don't care. It's his favorite sweater. I guess it's this one.
This looks exactly like the sweater he has on now. In fact, all of these sweaters look the same. I wonder how he knows which one is the lucky one.
Oh, it's lucky one, that's right. Okay, let's go to the lab. Hey, we've searched everything. The only person we have is Steve Tampson, which means he's probably going to be called in for questioning at some point in time. Probably soon. Get ready for the DNA computer. Evidence. I like that you can use the D-pad, so some things I've learned. I can use the D-pad to go to the tablet, and then I can navigate the tablet, which is nice. I cannot use the D-tab to do this, or the stick. You actually have to go there, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. Let's get these, the snot here, mucus or whatever.
Don't worry. A cold virus generally only lives for 5 or 6 hours on a contaminated surface. That said, it couldn't hurt to wash up and get a new set of gloves.
Yeah, I'm with you. So with this DNA, there's only really like two options here, right? Now we know this is Steve's DNA, so I'm just gonna get Steve's DNA. Okay, I'm not gonna like use their database or whatever. There's no point. It was Steve. Steve came in, sneezed on her. The ring fell off because of the struggle. And I believe that... No, that's not it. It's this one here. I believe that Steve did it. As he is the last person's house, or, area we have not fully searched. Ruh-roh.
I think we have a few more questions for Bachelor number 1.
Warrant time. Okay. Go search Steve's room. Go talk to Brass. Hey, guess what?
What do you need?
I want to
What
search,
evidence do we have?
search his room. Snot. We have snot as evidence.
Since the DNA from Jack Shell's sweater corroborates his testimony, there shouldn't be any problem getting a warrant to search Tamson's room for evidence linking him to the murder of Clorinda Jackson.
We get to go straight there. We do. So we got this transition. And I think it's hiding a load screen on this one.
Is there a problem, officer?
Mr. Tamson, this is a warrant to search your room and possessions. If you wouldn't mind stepping outside, please. If I didn't know better, I'd think this was just another ordinary hotel room.
Okay.
Ah, this is where the hotel room illusion ends.
Oh, dang, it's just right there. You're just right here. And I know, like, the controller cursor thing is sporadic looking, but that's me. Well, at least you got a view. What do we have here?
Same color as the thread we found on the victim's phone. I agree. We'll want to take a closer look at that.
Why'd you wipe the phone, man? Okay. What's this?
These look like divorce papers from Ernest Goldwasser and Clorinda Jackson. The names are handwritten over what appears to be some sort of correctional fluid, and those dates are over 8 years ago. I don't think I'd try to pass these off as real, but I don't think that's the point.
What? Dude. Why are you... You didn't leave the room. Okay.
How is that possible?
You sneezed on him.
You should really cover your mouth when you sneeze. You could spread germs. And DNA.
Oh my God, that was when she died? But you said it was like 10 p.m. I could have sworn I went out much earlier than that. But, I didn't look at the clock, so I guess it could have been that late. I'm really sorry. That guy was Jack Shell? Hey, look, I wanted to replace something ugly from my past with something a little more hopeful, that's all.
Did Clorinda see these?
So you, made fake divorce papers?
Those are all about my private hopes. We had a good thing.
Dude, you were a friend in a rehab place. That's what I'm gonna say. I think you're looking,
I got nothing.
Yeah. I think you're looking too much into it, man. That's all I'd like to say. Nothing. Why does this even exist here? Are we gonna talk to somebody in a case or something there? We have to do this for thoroughness, apparently. No, we're really here for this anyway. Gosh darn it. Evidence. Ow.
Nothing there.
No, I know. Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, I know. Now I gotta take this. Oh, look, they match.
The thread on the phone came from that towel.
Is that enough to get us a, Okay. Divorce papers.
The light can't get through the correctional fluid. We'll have to figure out some way to remove it. Wait, I have an idea. If we look at it from the back, we should be able to highlight the impressions the typewriter or pen made on the paper. I hope you can read backwards.
Okay, what, we got backwards now? Nope.
Steve Tamsin covered the names on his own divorce papers with correctional fluid, then wrote Ernest and Clarinda's name on top. Maybe we have a revenge motive.
Maybe. Maybe she said no. Maybe she's like, we're not really, you know, an item. Go talk
I'll bring
to
him
this
right up
man
to
guy.
interrogation.
Divorce papers? What are you talking about? And you keep bringing up Steve Tamsin. Who the hell is this guy?
He's the dude. He's the guy that you're mad about.
Son of a bitch! I'll... Damn it!
Can you think of any reason
that's
why
not
this
the best
person
thing to
might
say
want
here.
revenge on you or Clorinda?
The show. You said divorce papers, and... I mean, we catch spouses in their lies on national television. It has to be the damn show! You know, there was a guy. I think his name might just have been Steve. Right at the beginning. That guy was off his nut. He told us in an interview that he had been with somebody other than his wife. Then he freaked out when we used it in the show. I mean, it was right there in the contract.
Yeah.
All interviews are taped, and we have the right to show any of it on the air. He acted like we'd broken confessional or something, but it's not like we ever heard from him again. Yeah, I have a picture from that episode somewhere on our network. I'll send it from my phone. Okay, you should have it now.
Interesting. This is interesting. Okay. Let's go look at that picture first. Uh-huh. Wait. Dude, that guy's got a ring on. Well, back to the lab we go. Okay. Use the microscope a lot more on this one than we have in other ones. Right there. Focus. Oh. Is it gonna work? I mean, it's a 10x, but yeah, why not? Focus. There we go.
That ring on his finger looks exactly like the one we pulled out of the hot tub. The pattern of bruising on the victim matches the ring that Steve Tamsin wore on Rumors. Let's go talk to Jim.
We definitely have it. Okay. Well, let's go get a warrant, bring him in. So it was Steve.
Yeah?
Steve did it. And he used to be on the show.
I'll see what I can do. Show me the evidence.
That just makes it more interesting.
I think linking him to bruises on the victim's body should be enough to get him in here, yeah.
Hey, bud. Hey. Yeah. It's your ring.
We saw a picture of you wearing that ring on Rumors, and we know the same ring was worn by Clorinda's killer.
Look, I don't know what's up with that picture, but that's not my ring.
We looked at that picture up close. It appears to be an authentic screen capture from the first episode of Rumors.
You must have brought me in for a better reason than that, right?
Why'd you
Probably
wipe
just got
the phone?
wet or something. I don't know. I didn't do it, though. I've never touched her phone.
See, I thought his sniffling was because of something else, because he's at a rehab place, but he has a cold. We found this thread that matches the cloth in your room.
If my girlfriend wants to clean off her phone with my towel, what do I care?
You can't explain away your motive. Your divorce papers are dated right after your appearance on the show. And the way that you defaced the names indicates quite a bit of rage. Did you hold Clorinda and Ernie responsible when your wife left you? It sounded like your affair was the real reason for that.
Did Ernie actually remember me? I'm shocked. Yeah, I was on that show. I was kind of an idiot to talk about cheating on my wife in an interview for a TV show, but they didn't have to put it on the air. It's not like we went all the
whole
way.
point of
We
the
just
show.
made out. I would have told her. They didn't have to ruin my life. Then Clorinda checked into the same rehab clinic as me. What are the odds, right?
Did she recognize you?
She did, totally. Had the nerve to act like it was no big deal, like we were old friends or something. She had no idea. So I gotta say, I really did get a kick out of wrecking their marriage, and getting laid for the trouble. How you like your little coward now, Ernie?
So you got your revenge, but it wasn't enough. You needed her dead just to get right with the world. You slipped some roofies into her drink, maybe gave her a little back rub. When she started to go under, you made sure that she didn't come back up.
Hey, whoa, I didn't kill her. I got what I wanted. Why would I risk it?
I don't know. You just called yourself a little coward.
You said, "How you like your little coward now?" That's an odd turn of phrase.
He called me that on the show.
No. He called you on the phone here.
Cheating bitch. I'll kill you and the little coward you're screwing.
A call was made to check that voicemail at 10:15. It was in Clorinda's purse, and there are no prints on it. Strange for a shiny phone like that. You said you were alone in your
These things are
room,
magnets
at least
for
after you saw Jack.
fingerprints.
If that's true, Clorinda couldn't have wiped the phone down with your towel, and you never did explain the ring. I think you're an excellent liar, Stephen, but eventually the details fail to connect, even for the best.
We all heard you say, little coward. We've got it on tape. Do you really want all this to go to a jury?
If you're going to take a fall, don't you want everyone to know your side of it?
My side? Yeah, I'll tell you my side. I had the roofies from before rehab. I was gonna get rid of them, but then Clorinda showed up. I thought I could use them to get her into bed, but turned out I didn't even need them. She wanted it. But then last night she pushed me, and I knew I had to end it. Then that idiot showed up with the booze, and I saw my chance. I slipped her the Mickey, and went back to my room to get my wedding ring. It didn't fit anymore.
Why did you need the ring?
I had to show her. I had to show her the love that she had cost me. You think I gave her a back rub, Captain? I shoved that bitch under as hard as I could.
Wow, that's
I left
admitting
my
what you
ring
did.
with her, because I finally didn't need it anymore. And the phone call, the message. I couldn't resist checking what Ernie had to say. I'll tell you, I laughed my ass off.
Stephen Tampson, you're under arrest for the murder of Clorinda Jackson. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Well,
Just
Steve,
like
no more
when we got
rehab for
rumors.
you. But they tell me prison has a sobering effect on people.
It's you. I should have known all along.
Ernie, calm down. I'll be with you in a second.
You're that total nut job from the pilot of Rumors.
Do you know what your wife said that made me
Come on,
drown her?
Come on.
She told me she loved me.
I'll kill you, you son of a bitch!
Whoa! Little help here.
I'll kill you!
Dang.
I see they got the bloodstains cleaned up. Nothing like showing up to your murder trial with a broken nose. Anyway,
Oh,
good job
we
on
didn't get
this
to
case.
see an actual punch.
It was tricky.
That sucks.
Steve Tampson had an answer for everything.
Except the evidence.
97, 88, 90. Oh well. I don't care about the thoroughness thing. The skill thing sucks because it's like if you click wrong in one spot, that's it. You're done. Just like Steve. So we got 2 more cases. Let's see, what's the next one called? The next one is Extinguished. Ooh. The next one after that is Crime Scene Impersonator. What if we're the crime scene impersonator? That'd be hilarious. It's not the case, probably, but, you know, whatever. So, with that being said, that's it. We're done. Thanks for watching. If you like it, hit the like button. Leave a comment. What's your favorite CSI episode? I don't know. I've only seen up to season 3. My favorite, it's probably the one where there's this guy who like ran a Halloween costume shop and also is a judge. It was really weird, but yeah, I'm slowly going through the episodes, so I really appreciate you coming watching this. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and have a great day. As always, take care.